Welcome to Remotopia, the most futuristic place in the world. From right here at home, or wherever the Wi-Fi takes me. But this isn't a new development in the wake of COVID-19, and it didn't just pop up in the last few years. French economist Jacques Attali predicted this 30 years ago, a world in which rich nomads traveled the world looking for their next gig. Thankfully, remote working extends beyond just the rich. Some do it from the beaches of Bali as they explore new locales. Others do it from small towns, where life is slower and their money goes further. I asked 3 people that have been working from home for years what Remotopia has been like for them. So tell me what you enjoy about working remotely.
The thing I love most about working remotely is that I can work anywhere from any time. For example, working on this couch behind me is the best place for writing. If I'm doing any administrative tasks, I do it best with a cup of coffee and at my dining room table. And I just really have learned where I work best, and that has really helped me to live a very flexible and fluid lifestyle while working from home.
Without the commute time of having to go from physical space to physical space, boardroom to boardroom, really every virtual space is a boardroom now for everyone. So I can end one call and then in 10 minutes reset myself mentally and intellectually and be ready for that next conference, that next client, without having to travel across the county or across the metro area. Yeah, what I enjoy about working from home is it allows me to continue to provide essential services to my client on a day in and day out basis while also being here in this essential time for my family. Really, with technology, I've been able to turn my breadwinner aspect in employment into being the bread maker at home with my kids during this critical time.
I enjoy working remotely because it allows me the opportunity to balance both my health and my career. I believe it's important that we're building a remote workforce that's including those living with chronic illnesses and disabilities. That way, we too can be afforded the chance to both contribute to the workforce and still take care of our individual needs.
No matter how enjoyable the Remotopia arrangement becomes, workers must learn to properly balance screen time with convene time. As the home space and workspace merge into one, third spaces grow even more integral to functioning societies. These are the libraries, cafes, and parks. Sociologist Ray Oldenburg calls them great good places, where we can emerge from our solo endeavors to step out, connect, and recharge our creative juices for the future of work. But sometimes, it doesn't feel very futuristic in Remotopia. Organizations stuck in their old ways or just bring bad habits along with them as they transition from the cubicle to the couch. Leaders need new rules to make the most of this new way of thinking. Don't overstep boundaries or micromanage your team. Don't silo your remote workers. I didn't think about it like that. Good point. Instead, establish a rhythm. That could be weekly check-ins or a daily stand-up that brings team members together and encourages collaborative problem solving. But most importantly, don't forget to mute. Yeah, that's a great idea. Could you explain that in more detail for the folks on the call? Uh-oh. When done right, remote working has plenty of benefits for both workers and organizations alike. Cost cutting is the primary benefit. Some companies have cut costs by $11,000 per worker through reduced workstation expenses. Workers save too. Less spending on wardrobe, transportation, and childcare saves some up to $7,000 per year. Remote working policies also help win talent. 1/3 of workers would switch jobs to get remote working arrangements. And most important, it's proving productive. Remote workers take less sick days and are found to be 13% more productive. Remote work isn't just a short-term social distancing solve. Out of an abundance of caution, it's become the de facto arrangement for many of us. But Remotopia was already emerging as a place of the future. If you're new to town, just beware, the going isn't always easy, especially at first. But now is the time for your organization to experiment and perfect your approach to remote working. Because in the future, Remotopia is where everyone will want to be. Cognizant will be further exploring Remotopia and many other places where the future of work is happening today in its forthcoming report, 21 Places of the Future.